Hi and welcome to GWInvestigates. I apologize if you've been waiting for another installment for a bit. For those of you who have taken an interest in my new channel, I've been kind of caught up with preparing for and performing the Punjabi dance party skit that I do have on my channel Geek Wisdom, and if you haven't checked that out, it's really funny. At least I think it's really funny, so you should go check it out. Anyway, I don't feel bad about plugging that channel because they're both my channels, so you know, of course I'm gonna give a little plug to Geek Wisdom when I'm on here. Anyway, where we left off, we were talking about the quiz shows of the 1950s and how crooked they were, how they supplied people with answers, and also a particular contestant on the quiz show 21 really got kind of a bum steer, and that's who we've been focusing on. And it's Herbert Stempel of Forest Hills in Queens, New York. And even though this gentleman is an elderly gentleman now, he's like 85, he still hears about this thing that happened to him in like 1957, 1958 when he was a young man, where he was basically coached in how to behave on TV, how he was supposed to come across as this total nerd, just everything, every movement, everything. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I would really encourage you to get a copy of the movie Quiz Show and just have a look at it. I believe it was directed by Robert Redford, and the character of Herbert Stempel is played by John Turturro. And although he was a little bit over the top, I guess they kind of have to do that, you know, with making the movie interesting and what have you. And the character of Charles Van Doren, the one who finally, you know, overtakes the position of Herbert Stempel to become the quiz show champion, is played by Ralph Fiennes. And I'm not really a Ralph Fiennes fan, but he is exceptionally good in this. Now, I have recently viewed a little clip from the show American Justice from A&E. And it was about the quiz shows and other media frauds, and it was very interesting to read. Let's try that again. Very interesting to watch. Okay, that would be much better. Watch. You know, Herbert Stempel talking about you know, people still calling this man, and you know, anytime the movie Quiz Show is on, you know, he's like the first to know kind of thing, because, well, technically the second, because people call him up and ask him who won the best picture for 1955. And that was the question that he was scheduled to bomb on for 5 points. So anyway, I thought I would write a letter to Mr. Stempel. And I sent it a while back, but as I said, I haven't really gotten a chance to update you guys yet. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to read you the letter that I sent him. I have not received a response. It has been less than a month. I'm not sure if, you know, he just gets all these letters and, you know, kind of says whatever. I would love a response from him. That would be the shit. You guys would hear about that within 24 hours. But anyway, here's my letter to Herbert Stempel. Dear Mr. Stempel, you don't know me personally. My name is Tanya Slade. I'm 37 years old and I live in Canada. I'm greatly interested in movies that are based on a true story as well as documentaries. I think I could go as far as to say that the based on true story movies are my favorite, though. I enjoy researching them on the internet to determine what was added, as well as what was omitted to make the movie more entertaining and the story easier to follow. Lately, I've developed quite an interest in Robert Redford's 1994 movie Quiz Show. At first, I was looking into the broader story that I felt the movie was trying to tell, the story of corruption for the sake of entertainment as well as the almighty dollar. However, that story has been told at length not only by the movie itself, but also by Richard Goodwin. The story that kept drawing me in was yours, which I felt took a back seat to the main story, which I found both ironic and predictable, of the media. I have seen both clips as well as entire episodes of 21 that you appeared on with Charles Van Doren. And even though this happened before my time, I felt as horrified as if I had been sitting in the audience watching the humiliation they put you through. I kept wondering, why Marty? Why? And that was the name of the movie that he was told to say on the waterfront, which he did. And that's how he lost, finally, to Charles Van Doren. You appeared on the show for a number of weeks. You followed the cues you were given, how you dressed, how you answered questions, even how you addressed Jack Barry, who was the game show presenter. Sorry. Then they decided that they wanted to go for a different contestant, and suddenly it was over. I sat there in my living room shaking my head. So often in society, it's more important who you know rather than what you know. Even in Quiz Show, they chose Rafe Fiennes to play Charles Van Doren, while John Turturro played you. Having seen clips of the real Charles Van Doren and you as well, I think you were shortchanged even in this area. But again, this was entertainment and business, and again, the public was told what to think and what to believe, even just by looking at the portrayal of 21. I would like to think times have changed, people have changed, but it seems that life is still one beauty contest after another, whether we like it or not. I myself had a difficult time in school, not knowing exactly why. For some reason I did not fit in. I was not one of the popular students, not by a long shot. Even to this day, I have channels on YouTube, but I'm nowhere near the popular ones. I get approximately 20 to 25 views per video, while other people can look and act like complete morons and have over 1 million views. I call my main channel Geek Wisdom because that is the best way to describe what my viewers can expect. I've pretty much given on the idea of having any of my videos go viral. I have a number of loyal viewers who truly enjoy my videos and listen to what I have to say, and I try to focus on them rather than pandering to millions of people I don't know and really wouldn't care to know. But I digress. I think what happened to you and the way you were made to look as a result of 21 was awful. And the fact that there did not seem to be anyone after the fact that said, well, I guess Herb was right after all. Once again, it was all about Charles Van Doren and his soul-searching confession. I can't imagine how it was for you and your family to go through this, and then having a movie made about that time and you were still not vindicated. But regardless of what people thought at the time, I am a big fan of yours because you stood up for yourself and didn't end up slinking away into the night as Dan Enright was hoping. That really demonstrates your great strength of character. Thank you very much for reading my letter, and thank you for standing up for the rest of us who have been marginalized throughout our lives by society. All the best to you and your family. Sincerely, Tanya Slade. So as I said, I'm hoping that, one day he gets around to responding, but if he doesn't, that's cool too. I just, I really just wanted to write to him and express my appreciation and just not be one of these people who just, kind of just look at it as, oh, he really screwed Charles Van Doren and blah, blah, blah. There was so much more to him than that and so much more to the story than that. I'm going to continue investigating this. I'm also preparing an article for a Facebook friend for a digital magazine where I will be talking about a corporation that's very much in the media in Canada and where corruption might lie in there, or the unfairness of certain aspects of it. So, but I will share that with you guys, and I promise I will attempt to make a video in less than a month this time. So for GWInvestigates, I'm Tanya Slade. Have a good evening. Good weekend too. Bye.